try and sell you, 'cause it hangs them up to see someone like you. But you've gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along.
Many people seem to believe that because a person either has a loss of sight or has partial vision, or perhaps has polio or has lost a limb, either an arm or a leg, that they're handicapped. We feel this is not necessarily so, inasmuch that many people operate under different types of inconveniences. For example, a person has a trick knee. They might be nearsighted or farsighted, have to wear corrective glasses. They're not considered handicapped, but just kind of inconvenienced by this. And this is what we feel we are. We don't feel any way that we have a handicap at all.
If you're born with a certain disability and you allow it to hinder your functioning, then I'd call it a handicap. But if you just count it as an inconvenience and do things another way in spite of the disability, then it's a disability as far as I'm concerned.
Basically, like when people say, well, your program, which you have, is for getting people going. And like, we're not particularly concerned to have expert racers or expert skiers or an expert in any field. What we want to do is to utilize sports and athletics as a vehicle of rehabilitation, to get people on the road to feel that they're really worth something, that they can do the things that they set their mind to doing.
People have a stereotype outlook on a handicapped person of any type, and they leave it at that. And I feel a handicap is only as much as an individual allows it.
Some think Lori can't do this sort of thing, you know. They think, well, she's blind and so she can fall down and get hurt.
Everybody can fall, and it's just something that everybody will do eventually. When I'm going down the hill, I worry about things like, do I look right, or am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing, or is my posture right, or are my skis together?
My friends don't think that I can really do it, and you know, in a way they're happy, but when I first told them about I'm coming skiing, they said, oh, you can't do it, you know, because they said I'd hit a tree. But then when I explained to them that we had instructors, you know, to make sure, well, then they asked us, well, how do you know your instructor's always right? And I said, well, you just have to trust him.
Traverse left. Mogul coming up, out of the turn. Little more to the left.
After losing my leg in Vietnam, I thought that that was the end of skiing for me. I figured there was nothing else to do. You know, I was just going to be wasted for the rest of my life. And when I came back to the States and found out about the organization that I'm now a part of, and found out that losing a leg won't slow me down from being able to ski. So I started out, and at first it was really hard because I tried to relate skiing on 2 skis and 1 ski and all the different movements involved. And it was really frustrating for the first few weeks. But I enjoyed the sport so much I didn't really want to quit. So I continued to come up and got into it, and then found out that skiing on 1 is just as easy, if not easier, than skiing on 2. You don't have to worry about crossing tips.
Many people on the hill, when they come up to you, sit there and say, well, gee, what you're doing is just absolutely fantastic. A lot of us, you know, it's I guess it's a little bit ego building, but after a while you get to the feeling, well, we're just human beings doing our own thing. There's nothing very special to us because we're just kind of into it.
Just the standard amazement that people show when they see us skiing, the things that we do when we're out jumping and hot dogging a little bit, you run into it too. The people, you're not going to do that. You know, you must be crazy to be out there doing that, and you're just wonderful in all the things that they lay on us. A lot of it, to me, looks like sympathy, and none of us really get into sympathy too much.
The person that does have an inconvenience is only hindered or slowed down by himself. Anything that basically he wants to do, he can do if he puts his mind to it.
There's virtually, just about anything anyone would like to do that's an amputee or an inconvenienced person. It's possible. It just requires a certain amount of adaptation.
There's nothing that totally disables us from doing something. We might have to do something a little different, but everybody has their own individual technique and style.
Make your own kind of music. Sing your own special song. Make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. You're gonna be nowhere. The loneliest kind of lonely. It may be rough going just to do your thing.